The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Still ahead, fundamentally changing the way you get health care. But first, it's never too early to start handicapping the 2016 presidential race. "2016 sounds like a long way off. That is, unless you're talking about the presidential race. Few names have been mentioned for Democrats other than former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and Vice President Biden. But on the Republican side, the number of possible candidates seems to keep growing. Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron has a scouting report tonight on the candidates who may already be laying the groundwork for a run.
I will speak until I can no longer speak. I will speak as long as it takes until the alarm is sounded from coast to coast that our Constitution is important.
Kentucky Senator Rand Paul's nearly 13-hour filibuster has become the opening act of his 2016 White House quest. The Tea Party favorite with a deep libertarian streak has been saying for a couple of months he's seriously interested, and it's in his blood. His father, former Congressman Ron Paul, ran for president twice as a Republican and once as a Libertarian. And the senators' filibuster questions about the administration's drone policy captured the attention of civil libertarians in both parties looking for a candidate in 3 years.
We can't wait till 2016 to begin to change the direction of the country. It has to start now.
Paul partially eclipsed former Florida Governor Jeb Bush's big 2016 coming out party this week, including a glitzy Reagan Library speech pushing his new book on immigration reform today in California. The son of one president and brother of another, he denied any interest in the White House for years, then shifted dramatically this week, acknowledging that this time is different. His new book on immigration reform advocates a path to legalization for illegal aliens. But if a path to citizenship does not encourage more illegal entries, he'd support that too.
It is our immigrant heritage that has created more dynamism and more innovation than any other country on the face of the earth.
He's in sync with longtime protege Senator Marco Rubio, who's also eyeing a White House bid and was Speaker of Florida's House when Bush was governor. Rubio, who delivered the Republican response to the President's State of the Union address, is a key author of a bipartisan immigration proposal with a path to citizenship. He's Hispanic and could help his party appeal to minorities, but some conservatives oppose both legalization and citizenship as amnesty. This week, Rubio's tacked right, threatening to oppose any Senate spending measure to avert a government shutdown at the end of the month that does not completely defund Obamacare. And Rubio's not the GOP's only Latino up-and-comer. Texas freshman Ted Cruz's feisty Senate debut had some Tea Partiers noting that in 2016, he'd have as much Senate experience as President Obama did when he first ran. But Cruz was born in Canada and is constitutionally ineligible.
Still, there are at least 16 other Republicans and 9 Democrats already jockeying for position with 3.5 years still left on Mr. Obama's final term. Next week, 2012 Republican vice presidential nominee Paul Ryan gets the spotlight when, as chairman of the House Budget Committee, he'll be unveiling the House Republicans' budget proposal, which is sure to spark new controversies and division and a lot of attention on his White House aspirations in 3.5 years. Chris?
For political junkies, it's never too early. Carl, thank you.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.